Welcome back to our channel once again, guys. So this is now the continuation of our MySQL Python part 2. So in this next video, we're going to discuss and show it to you how we're going to insert data in our MySQL database. But before we start it, we're going to have a simple review. So on a previous video, so we have created actually a database named dbpython, as you can see here in the left side of our screen. Okay, and then we have create the name of our table, and we name the name of our table as rec underscore info, and has a data structure with the 4 columns or fields: id as a primary key, first name and last name, which are a varchar, which has a 45 length values, and of course our last field or column is age. Now we're going to do the codes in our Python. So we open our Python idle or its shell. We're going to click file now and click new file. So it prompts a new screen, and we're going to and write the codes here. But for that, we're going to type first the name of our program. So the name of our program, we're going to name our program as our MySQL Python insert data. Okay, and we're going to set the program date. So today is December 20, 2021. Now let's import our connector. Import mysql.connector. Next, we're going to set our connections. I'm going to name it as con is equal to mysql dot connector dot connect. Okay, so I'm just going to maximize it for us to see our codes here. I'm going to let's change the format. If we can resize. Okay, so we cannot resize. So connect host is equal to the local host. We're going to use the same server. And we have the user is equal to the default one, which is the root. It's up to you to change your user. Okay, and the password you've set for your PHP admin server did not set any password. We did the default one, and we're going to have our database. The name for our database is dbpython, as we have do the review while ago. Okay, and then enter. Now let's double check the name of our database. So this is the name of our database of dbpython, and that's why the name of our database here is dbpython. Okay, next is we're going to set or declare a variable that will hold the connection. Okay, I'm going to name it rec is equal to con, that's the name of our connection, dot cursor. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay, next we're going to declare another variable, which is the SQL that holds the insert one. Okay, insert into the name for our table is rec underscore info, and then we're going to specify our fields. So we have ID, first name, last name, and we have also the age. Okay, and we're going to declare its values. So I'm going to use the %s. We have 4 fields, so I'm going to use %s. What's the meaning of %s? So this is use or to insert data in our string value. Okay, and let's close with double quotation. Next, we're going to execute or set the values. Okay, so we're going to declare val is equal to, so for example, we're going to set our ID as 101. Now let's put on our first name here. So I'm going to use my first name and my last name. Okay, and then I'm going to set my age to 34. Okay, enter. Now let's going to execute. So I'm going to call direct that execute. The name for SQL is SQL, and then the values we're going to pass to our string is val. Okay, and then we're going to commit. Okay, so just call the name for connection. So that's one dot commit, open close parentheses, and then let's do some printing. Print rec dot row count. Okay, we're going to count the record that we're going to insert, and then double quotation, new record has been is successfully new record is successfully inserted. Okay, and let's close double quotation. Then let's close it. Rec that close, open and close parentheses, and then the connection. Let's close that closed. Okay, so that is very easy. The same way around how you're going to do the codes in PHP, but here in Python, it is more easy to do it. Okay, let's save our program. Click save. And we're going to save this in drive D, in local disk D. Okay. So I'm going to save this in a Python programs. I'm going to save this one as MySQL Python underscore insert dot py. And I'm going to click save, and then we're going to run, and then run module. So what you can see here in the result, one new record is successfully inserted. This has been displayed here in our shell. Now let's double check in our localhost, in our PHP admin, if it is already inserted. Okay, this is our database, and this is the table. Now I'm gonna click this record, correct info table, and it does display here data has been inserted in our database. Okay, 1010_34. Okay, let's do and insert another data. So I'm going to change now the value into 102. Okay, I'm going to type here 1 and type here Dela Cruz. So its age is 30. Okay, and then I'm going to save it. Okay, now let's take a look where we save our data. So we save that in Python programs. So this is one. I'm going to open my command prompt. Okay, this is a command prompt, and I'm going to click and drag my file here, my Python file in CMD, and then let's press enter. Click here, and press enter to execute, and it says one new record is successfully inserted. Okay, let's double check our database. Okay, so this is our database. We're just going to click direct info, or you can just right click and then reload. Okay, so what you can see here, we have now two data in our database. So that is it. It is very easy to insert data in our database using Python. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next video. Goodbye.